Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mini Benjamin, and in case you've been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks and have not noticed, the Final Fantasy VII demo has been leaked. I did a reaction for this, and you can find that video in the top right corner right now. But if you haven't seen it, or even if you have seen it, here are 10 things you might have missed in the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. Number 10. Sephiroth's music in the opening theme. What a way to show the ominous, the lurking terror of Sephiroth in the background, then playing his one-winged angel vocals in the beginning of the mission. I'm telling you now, it gave me goosebumps. It gave me goosebumps just hearing that right at the beginning. Never mind just seeing the visual spectacular that the remake already is, but hearing Sephiroth's one-winged angel in the start was just beautiful. Number 9. Defeating human enemies actually returns them to the planet. What do you mean, you say? Cast your minds back to Final Fantasy VII, the original one, back in Cosmo Canyon, when you're with Bugenhagen and Red 13, aka Nanakai, and you're in an observatory, and Bugenhagen is talking to you about how, when we die, we return back to the planet, return to the life stream. Eventually, all the humans die. What happens to them after they die? Their body decomposes and returns to the planet, and I skipped the rest of the dialogue by mistake. But anyway, the soul too returns to the planet. And not only those of humans, but everything on this planet, in fact all living things in the universe, are the same. The spirits that return to the planet merge with one another and roam the planet. They roam, converge and divide to becoming swell, called the life stream. Life stream, in other words, a path of energy of the souls roaming the planet. Well, guess what? As you defeat human enemies as it seems for now, that energy that they talk about returns to the planet. As you defeat an enemy, rather than the traditional turn to red or just disappearing, what you'll see that the body starts emitting this green particles, as you can tell that is returning to the planet in form of the life stream, in form of Mako. Some fine detail put into here by Square Enix, something that you may have missed or may not have missed. But that's number 9. Number 8. Materia actually in weapons. You can actually see the green materia in Cloud's Buster Sword. I believe that green materia to be fire. If you look close enough, you can see another hole. The Buster Sword has 2 materia slots. One of them is filled by the fire materia, and the other one is remained blank. Again, these fine details just make this remake everything that we could have asked for as Final Fantasy VII fans. Number 7. Jessie's crush on Cloud. Hold on a second, Jessie has a crush on Cloud? Well, it appears so, and it appears well in this remake, because as you are waiting for them to open the door, waiting for Jessie and Big to open the door, you can see the dialogue on the left hand side as they are talking about Cloud, and and it is blatantly obvious that Jessie has a crush on Cloud. And again, it comes up later on when Jessie is questioning Cloud on his relationship to Tifa.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
Tifa and I...
Well, love is in the air, but what makes this more sad, what makes this really sad, is what's going to happen. As we all know, when Sector 7 and the plate gets crushed and they die. Man, I tell you, they are really making you warm to these characters before the ominous happens, which will happen in this game, in this Final Fantasy VII Remake, that one that's released on March 3rd, because it is solely based in Midgar. So we're going to come so close to Jessie, just for her to be taken away from us. Number 6, the countdown bomb. So in the original Final Fantasy VII, you'll see the original 10-minute timer, but now in this remake, the timer is preset to 20 minutes, which just goes into detail how much Square Enix has planned to obviously expand this story, and the grand scale of this Mecha reactor and how long it actually takes to get from A to B is just quite scary, in a good way. It just gets all of our hopes up for what this grand game is going to be. Which brings us straight to number 4. Shinra helped to blow up the Mecha reactor? Now, as you're trying to escape the 20-minute time limit before the Mecha reactor blows up, you are scaling up and up and up and up and trying to get out, where we cut to President Shinra and Heidegger, who are up to no good. Heidegger pulls out a smartphone, gets a look from President Shinra, and he presses something, which seems to then make all the enemies inside of that Mecha reactor start attacking the actual reactor and the insides of it. So, in the original one, we knew that Avalanche blew up the reactor with the bomb, but did they actually? Did they blow up the reactor with the help of President Shinra and Heidegger? Because this is what Square Enix is leading me to believe, that Heidegger and President Shinra actually helped blow up this Mecha reactor. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This just shows the in-depth story, or the expansion of the original story that we have been used to for the past 23 years. It is now being expanded on, and it looks like that the Shinra, especially the President and Heidegger, are even more tools than the original one. Wow, that is crazy. Number 3, greater HP for party and enemies. Now this one was going to be obvious. We couldn't just have this little 100 HP at the start of the game that we start with, and these enemies with very little HP as well. But my question is, are we actually going to exceed the 9,999 HP limit and damage limit? Because obviously this game is just Midgar. So with the rest of the episodes left to come out, I got this feeling that maybe, just maybe, we are going to see the cap be opened up to a 99,999 HP and damage limit, which will just be amazing. Well, until you get to Ruby Weapon and Emerald Weapon. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to them. Imagine them with a 1 billion HP or something like that. Oh man. Oh. But hey ho, it's a challenge, and it's a welcome challenge that I cannot wait for as we get more episodes to this game. Number 2, extra new summons. Now, right at the end of the demo, you will see that it's asking you to purchase this game, and if you purchase the deluxe edition, you get a Cacta summon and a Carbuncle summon, which were not in the original Final Fantasy VII. Now I'm down for more materia, but it also makes me question what materia might be taken out of the game. Like, as an example, let's take the cover materia. Cover materia was great back then. Obviously, you put it on your tank, you put it on Barrett, and he absorbs lots of damage. But I can't see the cover materia remaining in this game, the remake, because imagine warping from one end of the room to the other end of the room. It'd be like Noctis. It'd be like Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. Warping to one side or the other just to protect characters. So, with materia potentially being removed from the game and other materia being inserted into the game, it's just going to expand it even more. But in terms of Cactar and Carbuncle, I am looking forward to the addition of more summons, as long as they don't take any out, i.e. Knights of the Round. That is an amazing materia, and can also one-shot Sephiroth at the end. And that brings us to number 1, more Sephiroth. Now, this was going to be inevitable. We started this video with number 10, and that was One Winged Angel in the opening bombing mission music. So we knew from the get-go that there was going to be more Sephiroth. But right at the end of the demo, you get that amazing shot that we're so used to, that we have seen in many different forms in Final Fantasy VII the original, where Sephiroth is there and he just walks through the flames. And he is looking beautiful. In a really bad guy way, obviously, but he is looking absolutely beautiful. Everything you could have imagined Sephiroth to look like, that's what he looks like. So here's my question to you: are we going to get a Sephiroth battle of some sorts at the end of the Midgar game? Okay, hear me out here. So in the original Final Fantasy VII, we have a few last bosses that we fight before we get out of Midgar. You've got the 100 Gunner, which then turns into the Heli Gunner. Then you fight Rufus Shinra and his little Dark Nation sidekick. And then we fight Motoball. And this poses the question: is Midgar of Final Fantasy VII Remake going to end with just the Motoball as the final boss? I don't see that happening. I see it being a different boss altogether. I don't think they'll take it out. That'll obviously still be in there, but I can't imagine the Final Fantasy VII Remake ending the Midgar portion of the game with the Motoball. So, are we going to get a Sephiroth battle? Maybe just a Sephiroth clone battle? Who knows? But only time will tell on the 3rd of March 2020. And there we have it. That's 10 things you may have missed in the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo that was leaked. Hopefully we get our hands on this game soon. But if you have seen it, please let me know in the comments below anything that I may have missed that I've not mentioned in this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any video coming up later on about Final Fantasy VII. I've been Money Benjamin, and I will see you in the next video.